Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Citadelum. Now it has been a long time since we actually made progress in the DLC campaign, but we are finally on to something. Now the problem is there's been a massive update to Citadelum. So we are going to work on finishing the first level of the DLC under the Auspices of the Roman Empire, which is part of the Britannia DLC. So once we finish this first level, we should be able to start a new game and continue our progress by selecting the correct level, all of that sort of stuff. But don't worry, we aren't going to lose any progress. We are still going to finish this first level and then look at all of the new features in a few episodes' time. We currently have 200 soldiers to train. We need to free the city of Isirium and discover the city of Derventio, which shouldn't take us too long. Last episode, if I remember correctly, we were starting to build our armory and stuff up. We have guards training and we built a nice wall around our city. Now, the one thing we don't have is the capacity to train an army. So that is going to be our aim for today's episode. Now, one thing that I have noticed is this wonderful little highlight that shows you where all of your other buildings are that are the same as the building that you are currently trying to place, which is a great little tool. So we are going to start by putting in some training buildings, including infantry and explorer. We've got an explorer training building. I don't really think we need another one, but let's put another one in anyway. Why not? Then we've got infantry, which we're going to put another one there. We can do archers here and here, and then we can do cavalry. Now the cavalry one is going to be a little bit more difficult, but we'll go up to here with it, and then our centurion training building will go there. Now we don't need a lot of centurions, but I will take more cavalry and another archer training and an infantry. Yeah, why not? Infantry and then archer here. There we go. Right, now we can build a road going all the way up here. And it's going to be interesting because we have a lot of development to do now, but we also have a lot of jobs that we're going to need to fill. So we currently have stuff being produced. If we have a quick look over at our, where is it? Materials production. We don't have any workshops and stuff for military, so that's going to be the next step. We have a bow workshop, we have a swordsmith, we don't have an armor workshop, we don't have a shield workshop. So let's build another swordsmith right there. We'll build another bow workshop right there. Then we'll build armor workshop up to here and another one there. And then a shield workshop will go there. We can just fit another one in here as well. And that is everything. Let's put another armory in because I think we're going to need that definitely. And then the final one will be able to just put in an extra road there. Good. Right. Okay. So the logging camp doesn't have any logs nearby to extract. So we're going to move that to there. It should still be in range of the warehouse. If I have a look at where the warehouse is. Yes, there's one there. Great. So armory, let's assign some workers to that and off we go. Right, we'll speed things up because this is going to be pretty big. We've got lots of people working in those areas. More people will move into the city as we go. We are currently under attack. Let's have a look at where they are. They're coming in. They're going to take on the walls, or at least attempt to, and fail miserably. Over here is a little bit different though, but they're going for the main city, so they're not even going to make it through our defenses either, which is really good. Watch them come and fall straight away, and down they go. The archers on the walls doing a great job there, and we're able to fend them off. Although this one guy, there we go, he finally went down. Okay, so this is new. We are starting to see the first corpses around the city. This is natural, people die, but it must be managed properly. When a citizen dies, whether they are a plebeian, patrician or a guard, their corpse will remain on the ground. This can cause sanitation issues in the city, so we must try and collect and burn them to prevent the spread of diseases among our citizens. To do this, we need to build the crematorium. Alright, so that is new. Now, let's have a look. Services, there it is, the crematorium, but we need to create a new game for it. So, you know, little things like this are going to start rearing its head and making our lives difficult. And there's nothing we can do about it because we aren't going to start a new game. We aren't going to replay this level. We're going to push on to complete the level. But we, you know, inadvertently make things more difficult for ourselves. So I'm just going to make sure that everything has a nice number of people assigned to it. And then we're going to start queuing up some cavalry. I'm going to go with 30 cavalry here. We're going to go 30 cavalry here. And obviously at this moment in time, we're not going to see this going very quickly. because we don't have the stock necessary to produce the resources that we need. But that's okay. I'm going to train 5 new explorers in each of these buildings. That should keep us going, and then we want 30 of everything, basically. So it would be nice if we could just select this, but we can't. We can't just type in a number, which I'm hoping is something that they're going to sort out, because at this moment in time that is a little bit frustrating, having to click multiple times. But we're going to queue up 30 of each, and once we have the stuff built, obviously when our armor gets created and things like that, we'll be in a very, very strong position and able to build a really good army very quickly. Ideally we want to have like 2 legions that can go out and start dominating the map in this early stage, and then we can continue exploring and unlocking new regions to really push forward our dominance and get this level completed really quickly. Yeah, I need to apologize, because I definitely messed up with some scheduling. I don't know how it happened exactly, but it did. And as a result of it, the series order got completely messed up. So if you have been watching and you're kind of thinking, oh, why have we now gone back to the main campaign when you have finished the main campaign? I really screwed that up. So my apologies for that. It's nothing I can do other than hope that my scheduling is better next time. Really, it's a bit of a shame that it ended up like that, but that's just the way it's gone, unfortunately. Now we have some gods here that we could do with appeasing, but what I really want to do is focus on Mars. So we're going to go to our Temple of Mars. We're going to give them a large half-day festival. We're also going to put on something at the theatre, keeping our citizens happy. We've reached prestige level 10, which means we've unlocked some new stuff, including a Colossus and the Mausoleum of Augustus. But we can't actually build that yet. Lots of new buildings, lots of stuff added. They're calling it Citadelum 2.0, and I'm quite excited about it. There's a lot of changes being made to the game, and it's looking really, really impressive. So I'm quite excited to kind of start a new level and progress through this in a much better way. We're on 83, 84. This is going up really quickly, training our soldiers. We have explorers now, so we're going to head to the region map. As you can see, we really wanted to kind of just stay in our little area. So we now have the ability to deploy our explorers and start looking in and around the region to try and unlock some new territory. I'm going to continue deploying my explorers, and then we're just going to send them far and wide and try and get as much as possible done in a very short space of time. So let's have a look. Minerva's a little bit unhappy. They are starting to request a 3rd temple. I don't have the ability to do that right now, so we're just going to sacrifice some pigs. It looks like it is now kind of... Yeah, okay, so they've changed the sacrifice mechanic by the looks of things, which is unfortunate. We can't just sacrifice pigs up until everything is done, which is a shame. We've got a collapsed building somewhere. Let's just head back out here then. We'll deal with that in a moment, but right now we just want to have our explorers here shift on to new territory. We're going to keep going. We're going to deploy a brand new explorer to here, and they're going to seek glory for us. This one we're just going to rebuild. Must just be out of range, unfortunately. What's our wheat production looking like? We're spending, you know, we're using quite a bit of wheat, so we're probably going to need another wheat farm, which we'll put there, and then we'll just boost the amount of people working in that. We've got a relic. We're going to give it to Apollo, and we've found an enemy legion. Good, right. Apollo is going to bless us, which is really nice, and then we will take on our first enemy legions. Excellent. Right, how are we looking for army? 185 soldiers trained. We've got 11 unemployed citizens. Wheat production is going up. This granary doesn't allow wheat. What about this one? No, this one, no. That one does. That one doesn't. That one doesn't. I'm going to allow this granary to take on wheat, just so that it's got in range there. And we will also, because we have the ability to put in an engineer's post here, that's what we'll do. And we'll get 4 people working in that just to stop those buildings collapsing. Mars, again, let's go to Mars and let's celebrate Mars again. That gives him the ability to come down to us and bless us with new units and stuff, which continues to build our army quite nicely. Once this first round of military is done, we have a huge enemy raid risk of 80% at this moment in time because of the 2 enemy armies that are there. We don't have any recruits available for training of centurions, and I've just realized I've queued up 30 centurions for training. Now, we don't need 30 centurions, so we'll just leave that as it is. We're waiting for recruits to come in, so that's a sticking point for us, but we'll head to the region map. You can see we have the ability to deploy a legion. And over here, we can then continue sending our explorers out. We're going to have this explorer head out to there. And we're being attacked again. And again, they'll head for the city walls and be taken down pretty quickly. So I'm not concerned at all about enemy attacks. We are fending them off really well. Which gives us a really good, strong point to continue exploring. We now have a large legion that we can deploy. So we're going to send one out there. We're going to take on 2... centurions. Actually, let's first have a look. They have swordsmen and archers, so that we can do, we will take our own horsemen. We'll take, let's just take the max, and we'll take a large group of swordsmen, our own archers. We'll drop the archers down. We'll take all of our centurions, deploy that legion, and head into battle. We'll just simulate this battle because we'll make quick work of it, nice and easy. That's a victory, and our legion is safe and secured and moving on. Then we'll bring this legion back. We'll head further in, and what's this? The patricians of our city demand residences that match their status. If we want to attract more nobles and influential merchants, we must build new spacious and well-decorated houses with more patricians in the city. Trade and prosperity will increase. They've asked us to build 10 patrician housing. I'm going to say I understand it. This is a brand new feature by the looks of things. I've got 4 days to build 10 patrician housings. We're going to simulate that battle again. So being able to simulate the battles is quite good, actually, because it means we can now recall our legion. We'll get our explorers back out, and we'll continue looking for new territory. There's a big enemy legion there. We have lost a couple of explorers, so we're going to deploy a new one here, and he's going to come back here. Actually, it looks like we've just... No, for some reason. I'll go to there. He's exploring. We've got another one there unlocked that we can't seem to get to. 51 strong enemy unit there. And we've managed to unlock this. Let's have a quick look back in the settlement then. We've got 3 days left to get 10 patrician housing up and running. We've got bad sanitation there. This isn't good because of the amount of dead bodies that are up here. We've got some cities to free. We can't do anything with the sanitation because we don't have these unlocked yet. And that's difficult. So we're going to have to deal with low sanitation. We better build the 10 patrician houses that they've asked for, and then we'll demolish them straight away. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Just link these up with roads. There we go, that's done. And then we'll demolish them. I don't really want to expand or anything yet, so we can just leave them with nothing, demolish them. It's obviously something that we would like to come back to, and once we've completed this level, we will. We're back to our region map now, where we have a 212 strong legion. So let's just head back into the settlement and make sure that we've still got cavalry being trained there, so we're going to leave that for now. We'll head back out to the region map, deploy a brand new legion to go into this area. Let's have a look at what we've got enemy wise: infantry, archers and cavalry. So again, let's deploy a legion, heavy on infantry, so we're going to need quite a few archers, and then we'll fill the rest out with that, and we'll drop down some cavalry, put in legions, and then right the way up with those guys. There we go, 200 strong legion going into battle now. We are going to simulate that battle. We should claim a victory here, nice and easy. Excellent, that's done. And then this same legion, we've now freed Legentium, and this second legion will go over here simulating that battle, which again should be a pretty easy victory. Nice. Okay, so we've unlocked some more stuff on the map there. We've got 95 left in our current legion, and there was another force there. fact, what we can do is we will recall this legion and just deploy a brand new one with the remaining units that we have, and they will go and take out that next group over there. 51 strong enemy, simulating the battle for another victory. Excellent. Right, so good. Right, that can be done. Then we'll recall our legion here, and we can send our explorers back out. So this explorer, of course, we'll just recall. There's a 213 strong enemy legion there that we do need to be aware of. That's going to take us a couple of fights, I reckon. But for now, we'll just explore more of the map. We know the city is well defended, so I'm not worried necessarily about being attacked. I'm quite, keen to just continue exploring. Even if we do come across enemy legions on the map, we can just continue trying to make ground here. I wonder if, can I go, what about going here? Then can we go down to explore that? No. Surely we can go somewhere here. Yes, we can go in all directions here. So that's what we'll do. Loads of explorers ready, so that's good. Then we'll head back to the town, where we should now have... Yeah, okay. Right, good. Let's queue up some more centurions. We've got 10 centurions ready. They do need pork steaks. We've got Ceres, who's quite upset, so let's go find the Temple of Ceres very quickly. Where is she? Where is she? Pluto, Jupiter, Minerva, Apollo, Ceres. Oof. Let's give her a festival first. There we go, and then we can just sacrifice the 3 pigs. Good. How's everyone else looking? We're neutral all over the place, apart from... We better go to Jupiter, actually. Can we help Jupiter out with some sacrifices? Yes, and Mars sacrifices. Pluto, the same. There we go. Right, okay. Then, infantry. Let's go with 50 infantry now. The military side of things is really ramping up, so we are going to have to really try and get these done very quickly, because we need to get a big army to start sweeping the map very quickly. Luckily, we are, like I said before, able to defend against any raids, and I'm not too worried about our city's defense. Everything is kind of working and sustaining very well, so in terms of growth, I don't feel the need to grow much more. We're doing well. We're getting plenty of resources in. Obviously, I would prefer to be able to just continue churning out soldiers very quickly, which means we might need to put in some more recruits barracks and stuff and really push that side of things. But for now, if we can get 2 strong legions, we can cope with a defeat to a much stronger enemy force, and then just follow it up with a very quick victory with a smaller group of units. So I just need to make sure that we're queuing things up appropriately, keeping the gods happy, and getting stuff done. So we're at 4 here. We want to go up to 54. It's a lot of cavalry, but I'm quite confident that that's going to be not really an issue. We could probably do with more steaks, actually. So getting in something that's going to a bit of a better production for pork will be my next goal. So I think maybe we'll put in another couple of pig farms. We do have people ready, willing and able to work in those farms, because we have a bit of a surplus of population at this moment in time, so that's good. Works in our favor and will allow us to continue growing and continue outfitting the military side of things, which is obviously going to help us in battle in the long run. I'm going to train up 5 new explorers as well, just to be on the safe side. The workshops and everything are working fine. We have plenty of guards. There's no jobs available, but you can see here the sanitation levels are really low, and there's not a lot I can do about that other than keep going. So we currently have 2 butchers and 2 pig farms, but I am going to, like I said, put another 2 pig farms in and another butcher and another butcher there. We're going to put a load of workers into these so we can produce things as quickly as possible. That is, of course, going to impact the wheat farming, so we're going to put another wheat farm in just to give us that little bit of extra leeway in our production, and as more people move into the city, we will be sorted with that. Good. Right, so our legion is currently, we've got 86 people ready for deployment, but that will increase as things progress. And looking at our explorers again, that is Ooh, right, who are we going to give this to? Let's give it to Minerva. That is Derventio, which is the one we needed to discover. That's actually given us a legion, which we'll recall. And all we need to do now is free the city of Isirium. Now, I think Isirium is actually closer than I think. I reckon it's that one with the big legion outside of it. Right, we've got this, which we'll give to Mars, and then we'll get a blessing from Mars, and we can push forward again. So yeah, I do think that city is Isirium there. But we'll keep on exploring anyway, just in case. Obviously, we'll do the final battle, whatever it may be. We've got a couple more cities, I think, on here. The map can unlock further there as well. So we'll speed up, continue unlocking this map. And then I definitely think that is Isirium there. He's got 120 infantry. We've got another relic there. We'll give this one to Jupiter. And then push forward into that territory there. Over here. Oh, another one. This one's going to go to Apollo. This explorer here can move down to there. And then we'll recall this one. Redeploy an explorer there. Move into that area. Here we can move there. Got one more territory there. And another one potentially along this coastline here. I'm not quite sure where in Britannia we are. But it's interesting nonetheless. There's another enemy unit there. And it looks like further into the mountains there's something. Right, who can we give this to? We'll give this one to Mars and get another blessing from him. Our village is under attack as well, but again, I don't care. We are going to defend this. Let's have a look at where they're going. Yes, they're attacking the city walls yet again. And they're going to fail. That's another relic, which we'll give straight to Mars again. And then get another blessing from Mars once he's finished. 176 strong legion there. So we've got some big enemy legions on the map right now, which we should be able to combat very soon. 276 units ready for deployment. We are going to... Right, what's this one got? 120 swordsmen. So we're going to need a very cavalry heavy one there with that. And then we'll put in 80 archers. We'll drop out some archers, put in some centurions, take that back up. There we go. Right. Okay, this might not go in our favor. In fact, we are losing pretty heavily, but we have brought down the enemy units very nicely, which is going to allow us to push forward and grab the last few. Again, not really how I want to do things. I'd prefer to be a bit more tactical, but that's Isirium done. All right. Okay. So we can go to the next mission now. I'm going to stay on this map. We're going to recall that legion there. So that is the first mission of the Britannia expansion completed. It was a bit of a dull end, but because of the new updates and everything, I wanted to make sure that we got through this one very quickly so that we can continue playing. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Citadelum. I'm really glad to be back on track with the DLC. I'm looking forward to implementing some of the new changes in the next levels. So thank you all again for watching. Welcome back to Citadelum, back on track, and I will see you for the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.